Recording! I need recording. Since Maya left the office. It's been 2 months since I played this game. So fair. 2 months without a single trial. Well, at least crime's down. I had offers, but none I took. Until the day that girl showed up. Of course, it's a girl, Phoenix. You fool. I come here to the office every day. It's not like I want to work. Hello? Are you like Maya's cousin or something? Sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. Famous defense attorney Mia Fey. Oh no. Nope. Hoopsted? Not Mia Fey, are you? No! Yo, what's up, Whitney? How you doing? Mia Fey no longer works here, or alive. Copy boy. Shut up, you! That nerd with glasses. From the Edgeworth murder case? Yes! Uh-oh. Better than nobody. Good question, Kiwi. The moment I put headphones on, ears starts itching. Undefeated defense attorney. I guess we are undefeated. Good on us. I'll have to try elsewhere. I'm out of time. You have to help. It's my sister. Yo, what's up, Raptor? The theme this weekend. I'm sorry, Raptor. Emma Sky. Scientific investigator. I've heard that before. Noise Raptor. Hopefully Macho gets here soon. You're a scientific investigator? Something wrong? Seem kind of jumpy. Maybe just young. 16 years old this year. So be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. Is she... I know I've seen a comic interpretation of a different defense attorney or something. It was a girl and super young, but I think she had more orange hair? This might be her, though. I'm quite well known at my age, no less. So I have heard that every game where they get a new protagonist besides, Phoenix, they keep making them younger and younger. Legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. God. No. Future professional training. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. Alright. That's good, Whitney. It's a scientific fact. Uh-huh. I have to talk to her. And bring Mia Fey, but... how would she know Mia? Good question. Slowly work our way down the list. Want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then. Not a child, I'll have you know. Yeah, you are. Shut up, you. To have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. Investigations should be done scientifically, don't you? Apparently Phoenix does not think that. I've played this game. My sister's name will be cleared. Sure. Scientific method of... Good on you, champ. You do it, sport. Mia Fey was a few years below her in school. She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney, and well, I need one. Me as a woman. Yeah, I thought it was a little strange when I saw you too. Not close to your sister? She gets like she is now a kind of hater? Oh boy! But she's my only family? Died in a car accident when you were little. Great. Emma, she got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. I told you I didn't want visitors. It's just your sister, no excuses, or did you not want a raise this year? Oh boy. Nice General Pauldrons there. Always true to Kaiser. I do remember specifically telling you not to come here, perhaps my memory is failing. I don't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Hello, General. Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. Exactly that you do. Lana Sky, Chief Prosecutor for this district. Oh. Have we really not met the Chief Prosecutor at all in this? And why does she dress up like a general? And before, that's just her marching band outfit. It was me, but it was me, deal! Could this be a coincidence? Yes, it is, Phoenix. This might be the dumbest outfit for a prosecutor so far. Congrats! You really set the bar for the next game. Yep, they're just like me and Maya. Gonna push that down my throat anymore, game? Something you should know from the start. Go on. The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. That hasn't stopped me before. That didn't stop me with Edgeworth. That didn't stop me with... I think he was the only one that did that. I could be wrong. It's been a while. I'm forgetting a case. There was the one where Mia was murdered. There was the Silver Samurai. There was Edgeworth, but that was the fourth case, wasn't it? Am I missing a case? I did it. I've gotten around this before. You underestimate my power. Crime took place yesterday, February 21st, at 5:15 p.m. It was in the witness's deposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was bad luck, wasn't it? It took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were. Alright, who died though? Anyone we know? An investigator with the police department. Suppose the correct term is you better not have killed Gumshoe. I swear to God. Stabbed once in the stomach. It wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. the victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? You bitch. Police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. Ooh. Lana! Danger zone! Every trial handled by prosecutors in the district. Sure, prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. A little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. You'd think so, wouldn't you? It seems impossible you wouldn't. Happened to your hand? Cut myself by accident when I stabbed him, that is.
Oops! Butterfingers!
Not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. In school with Mia, correct? A few years above her. I told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. That seems he has very little in common with Mia. I was in law school, I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. She was strong, she'd do anything to become a defense attorney, anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Yo, were they a thing? No matter what the game says, they're a thing. Canon. Nope, Mia and Lana were a thing. It was college, they were experimenting, it's fine. You can admit it. It's the best it was. You're like the 3rd person to say that. I don't care whether you're the best at what you do or not. Excuse me? Clearly see I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. Watch me. You're always this way, weren't you? You never think of anyone but yourself. No, you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. I hate you! I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave to you. Aha! Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all the case is over. Do what I can to get to the bottom of this. I mean, so did Edgeworth. We're fine. We got this. Did Edgeworth actually murder someone? Because that would be hilarious. My sister, she's not always like that, you know. Just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she, well, maybe not. Alright, you're my new sidekick. You gotta come along with me. I need one of them. It's underground parking at the prosecutor's office. Oh, and if I accidentally call you Maya, just ignore it. Whatever your name is. Should be like this. Keep up the good work. Shut up, you. To be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. It's supposed to examine crime scenes. Hasn't stopped us before. Expecting to go unnoticed here, partner. My God. It's Yasha before he became a robot. Total horse, my god. And what do we have here? Looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. See? And you guys thought this took place in Japan. Come on. That is the average American right there, and you can't tell me different. I live here. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. She's 16, dude. I'm not gonna tie her. Oh, okay. Alright, asshole. Isn't that contaminating the crime scene? I feel like it is. To shave there? It's my game's gold strike, see? Our claim, our territory at the gold mine is evidence. Please, Raptor, he's talking about gold. It's clearly California. With a wash pan on my knee. What's ours? You'll regret it, partner. Dreams the cats high out in the desert. Dream you want to? Happy trails. Is that hombre a friend of yours? He's a detective. Thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. I definitely prefer Gumshoe. I'm gonna throw that out there. What's this barrel? Why are there barrels at the prosecutor's office? Do a stakeout. I'm not suspicious. Yeah, I'm a drum, you will be. For clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Oh, you mean he didn't leave? Oh no. Whatever will we do? Here's our claim. Best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Tell us one thing, who owns that car? Philly's got a good nose on her. Know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle? I wonder if that's actually a Mustang. I know nothing about cars. Got time for vittles anyway. Find you a cerveza you like. Vittles, saloon, and cerveza. How do you not know what saloon is at the very least? Tasty vittles. There you go, Kibi. Stay away from the car. Look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. What's that on the ground? The duck returns, my god. What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I'll believe it. Everything at a crime scene is evidence. Just put it in your pocket. Teach the trick to examining evidence in detail. Have we not... Are we really gonna introduce new mechanics to the last case in the game? Alright. Oh my god, alright. From every angle. Whoo! How do I, like... I don't know what... Like, what's that? How do I... there's thing there? How do I... Okay, there we go. Maybe that's just shine? Sergeant something something. Bruce Goodman. It's a naughty stain. Hot. So I've got to be on my toes from now on. Eh? Hello. Selling lunches here? This is a crime scene? Hello, just your friendly door-to-door lunch salesman. I do too, Trick. I'm sure that's all she sells, and she sells absolutely nothing else. Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Where are you, officers? She has a jelly-filled donut hat. Look like the type to have clearance. You right, Kibi? Some delicious hamburgers on that hat. Then he says the cough-up queen are over. I'm gonna let that one slide. Get kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. In this case, you see, the images are burned into my eyes. You might... Oh. Hello, Ms. Witness. Slow one, aren't you? That's not an evil look at all. Second that detective. Is this what he was talking about? The name is Angel Star. God. So you are a porn star, then. I'm glad we've cut to the chase here. Have you whimpering at my heels? Hot. I'm pretty sure I found the one thing I was supposed to find here, since someone else popped up. Destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Haha, sure you did. The daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Mmm, salmon. The foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity. You mean the prosecutors? Are you calling the prosecutors evil? Because I don't think I can you know... all about blackening the name of innocence. Yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. Give an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. Yo, nice Kiwi. Punches with something foul. If a personal grievance against prosecutors or something, or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this evil? Mock me at your own risk. So find out what they call me, the cop-up queen. Heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It's in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Is that Edgeworth's car? I'm pretty sure that's Edgeworth's car. It's a thing against prosecutors. Yep. Was it that you witnessed, Ms. Starr? It's a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. Honest guy wield that knife, so... him to a sad end. It's truly a sight to see. This silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still ring in my ears. Alright, you. The rhythmic beat? She stabbed him once. There was one stab wound. This might be the weirdest person we've ran into, and that's saying something. I mean, she works here, so... I think she works here? I don't know. I have no idea what this job she has is. For they sell lunches. Only the freshest and the best from the Far East? Alright, lady. For some reason the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Only true connoisseurs can understand. That does look real good. General So's Trilobite lunch set? That doesn't sound good. Boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Glasswell do. Sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Shut up, Emma. You are way more irritating than Maya. Whitney, no. Bad experience with the prosecutor. Since some hostility. Are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. Ugh. A case of food poisoning. Of course, she's not just a lunch vendor. Anyway, let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Glass-walled booth? Oh, it's not that. Plainly an exit. Shut up, you! Shit, that was his name. Alright, you're... Alright, so I can't look over to the side anymore. What a fancy office. That just screams I can do the job. What a change from your office, really. Shut up, you. Trophy or something here. Office this is. He must be a real stuck-up jerk. I know exactly who it is, then, if they're gonna make fun of him like that. Never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? How's it going, Edgy? I'm no see, Edgy. Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? She's the sister of the head prosecutor. She probably knows Edgeworth. Von Karma appears. That would be hilarious. I'm his biggest fan. Oh boy. Oh yeah, she's the chief prosecutor, Edgeworth's head prosecutor, I guess. Been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. Shut up, Edgeworth. Just here to investigate murder case. Murder. Body was found in this nasty, bright red sports car in the parking lot. Gee, who do we know who really likes the color red? And is rich enough to own a sports car? Be my car. What of it? Actually, she certainly can scream. So how's it going, Edgy? How you been? It's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. Rumors. Heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Not exactly. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence. I mean, that's... A lot of that isn't rumors. We caught him doing that against us. So my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. Need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. Some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Anyway, how about the case? Go ahead, say it right. You think I didn't too, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. His sister stabbed him. No, she didn't do that, I mean... So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? It's nice to meet you again. Yeah, I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise to me, too. Not every day I found a body in my trunk. Now I'm forced to prove my superior's guilt? Ah. Good to have you as my opponent again. Wait, what did you say? Alana Sky's the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. First worked together on a case 2 years ago. It's my first big case. Wasn't even a lawyer yet. Always felt that she was looking out for me. Here's I was mistaken. I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. And why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? She stabbed him with my knife! Interesting. Your knife was the murder weapon. Was the knife kept in the toolbox in the trunk of my car? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Fuck you right. There's blood on this knife! Got himself peeling an apple. With a knife like this anyway. Spends his weekends roughing it in the wilds. Hell no. Always pictured him as an outdoorsman. How? She dumb. I don't see anything else on it. I hope this isn't Chris's blood. I'm just gonna poke around in your office, Edgeworth, don't mind me. The prosecutors. It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor every year. It's that K, that's... stands for King? You got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. Employee of the month, only better. So why you just got clothes pinned to your wall? Nicer than his usual ones. Must be his lucky trial jacket. Why it's in a frame. Take a picture. Can I play Edgeworth in chess? Can I have a chess minigame? That would be fun. I thought it stood for karma. It's kind of spiky. It reminds me of you. Being an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Itches surrounding got pawned with spiky hair. What's on the back there? Is that a silver samurai thing right there? Loads filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. There's a card on it. Ooh! Back from the dead, Wendy. A giant steel samurai. Oh yeah, that's right. Wasn't he like nerding out during the silver samurai case? I don't quite remember. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. I don't think so. Shout out to Ms. Oldbag. I always knew she'd come back to the to perfect the Baconator. He'll sue you. I'll do it. There's a metal plate here. Like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Neat. Guys listed a bunch of times. Karma? Yeah. This must be a foreigner. Oh, jeez. People with German last names can live here. Been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometimes. Good luck. That told me nothing. Really nothing else I can talk to you about? Well... Oh wait, hold on. Who's this? You sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Take it for sure, won't he? His sister would be found guilty. Anyway. Maybe I can show it to the lunch lady. I didn't think about that. Hey, do you know who this is? Or I'm supposed to show it to, what's-her-face back in jail? Only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. It's not a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. Fine honey ham to a detective. I think so, Raptor. I don't know. I think she's also a porn star, but... I'm already missing something. There is already something I didn't do that I was supposed to. This is gonna be a great case. Phone's broken. Why is there a ladder here? I've been curious about that. She is so irritating! Can I have Maya back, please? Can I present the idea of a murder weapon to you? Pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing? Where's the cowboy? Good question. That's just her fuck you, I don't know what you're talking about thing. Aha! Be able to fight? About you, do you think you can win? Lunchland's Pickle Supreme Lunchbox. No! Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth, this may shock you, but did you know that I'm a defense attorney? Want to be a defense attorney? Yeah. Then his dad died. No time to reflect on what might have been. My policy to discuss evidence with the defense, especially with you. Let's embarrass you some more about the trophy. We're the best of the best this year, huh? Take that foolish grin elsewhere. Lost a day of work to receive that travesty. To go to the police department ceremony to receive that broken shield. Right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, correct? Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. Why is it broken? Does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. What's that smug look away he does? I don't remember that face ever popping up. That one, yes. Very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Alright, I forgot I didn't show him the trophy. My bad. Nah, he's too pure of heart to have one raptor. The annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transfer. Another thing, a ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. That's when you got the shield. Police department yesterday afternoon, I got back here at 5:12. Precise. No, I placed little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Touche, Edgeworth. Parking stuff in the underground lot. 5:15. Happened right after you got back. And if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere... Who the fuck are you? My god. No, I give up. I can't pretend anymore. This is not America. This is clearly Japan. This man's presence broke me. I can't pretend anymore. Request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Find new evidence of the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky. No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. Leave request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. He's JoJo posing. Pretty much. Just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. Isn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement, sir. Give me your name. Meekins, huh? Quite the name. Take your report and leave, and good luck with that raise next month. Why do the prosecutors control the police wages in this town? That almost doesn't seem good. That seems almost like a conflict of interests. Yo, nice Trinity. See, I'm busy. You may leave now. It's a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Why the bell? Like, just... Yeah. I won't kink shame. Come on, let's go. Oh, that's right. The police department has their, like, little mascot. I forgot about that. But the detective's so far away from the prosecutor's office. What's that? It's the little mascot. Oh, wow. That is, like, the only thing in this game with an animation. Good on it, I guess. The blue badger. Trying to make him the police mascot. What's that next to him? Dancing with the badger? My god. Sure is running over here fast. Oh, hello, Gumshoe. Why were you dancing over there? I'll have you know I'm a very busy man. Thank God Gumshoe's still alive. I was real scared that he was the one that was dead. Suspect in this case. Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. Well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was fake? Can I speak to you for a second? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? Relative of the suspect, Lana Sky's sister. The chief prosecutor's little sister. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Why is he called Gumshoe? That's his name! It's also a Pokemon. They kicked me out of criminal affairs? No! What do you mean this time? Poor Gumshoe. My sister's case and all. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. The highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. Lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. Ooh. I think any of us rank and file detectives in at all. I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Is there anything else you could be doing? Chief of Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. Officer Marshall is assigned to the underground parking lot. Seems to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of a crime scene that's unheard of. So he's mad about stuff. About this. This is a detective's ID's card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Like, why the cowboy outfit? What do you mean? That's normal people dress up here in America, Raptor. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. Now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. I feel like this is the most presenting I've had to do in a case, but I could be wrong. Like myself, Detective Bruce Goodman. Do you think it's strange? Why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. It's held at the prosecutor's office. That's the thing. It's hard to say this, but where's that chief prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot? He's just really bad at shaving Raptor and always gets himself right there. Found Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, I have Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing. Didn't mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the ceremony? Of course. An award for diligence myself. Oh, good on you, Gumshoe. Why's the award a shield? Why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. Tell you what it is later. Proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. He's even got naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Why not? I've shown everything else. Okay, same thing as the other thing. Is his dead mom involved in this one? Good question. Hey! He's in a tough spot again. Started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond. Edgeworth was found innocent, listen pal. There have always been rumors about Edgeworth, forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. There's no evidence against him. Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. The latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. I know the truth now. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. Whew. Lot going on right now. I think at some point they said that we should try and talk to Edgeworth more. Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. I choose to believe he made the whole thing, mechanical parts and all. Put together some designs and I just did my thing. It's battery powered so it can go anywhere. There's no switch so it just dances until the batteries die. Fated to dance until he drops. That's evidence somehow, huh? That's all I know about that. Not officially on the case, you know. Met the guy who is, what was his name? The guy in the parking lot? The Officer Marshal. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Some kind of Wild West sheriff or something. Just a regular officer from West LA. I wasn't sure. I tried to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Blue Badger is the origami killer? My god. Act like you're supposed to be there, nobody will look at you twice. Thanks, Gumshoe. Looks like I'll be stuck here in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Hello. boyfriend criminal affairs too. To the security guard. Oh, sleeping around, huh? Yeah, what's up, outsider? Like a doggy that's lost its herd. Put in charge of a crime scene. Might as well just show him the thing right now. As for me, your fan letters to me go right on the spit tube. Gumshoe? That old cow dog? Holding a birthday party or something? Or it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. You just miswrote it. No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. So I'd better let you in then. Reminds me of something. Isn't the crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective for hire? Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strap. You like the settler? Strike out for the lands unknown. Manifest destiny, let's have a hootenanny. Right, guy. Count 3. That if you're going to draw evidence on someone, that's what we do in Texas. But you're from West LA. Always die young. Remember that, partner. Aren't you a feisty little doggy? Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. Stabbed to the chest. Fine piece of work. Here's the autopsy report. All but the victim in any way. Funny you should mention that. Chief Prosecutor Scott and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Fair, Raptor. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. It's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. Yeah, that's a parking lot. So it seems like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. If I had known this fine gentleman was going to be here today, I absolutely would have added "It's high noon" to the soundboard. But I didn't. And honestly, I'm glad I didn't. Even though I'm missing out on that joke being on the soundboard. You're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? Calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. One of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by. So why are you on charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Yo, Whitney. Thanks for the biddies. Now other people can cheer for a football emote. Because apparently that's something Twitch is doing. Just you don't realize it yet. What's this thing on the ground? A cell phone. At some point it's actually adorable. That is actually adorable. It also means different football than I was thinking. think of anyone else it could belong to. Yes. A little too much. It's the tassel. What a boring strap. It has different tastes, you know. It's a pink princess strap. Hard to come by, you know. Can we not, like, open it up and see who owns it or anything? Button. Redial. Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. Just press the blue button to dial the last number you called. Surprised you didn't know about it. Redial. You know, with people from your generation. Old man. I hate football. And shouldn't we just look at the call list instead of redialing? Oh well. Just pushes the button. Shut up. Cellular. I like it. Little MIDI Silver Samurai theme. Steel Samurai? I keep forgetting. What the hell is going on over there? I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone there, didn't you? Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Last call was made right when the murder occurred. She was fixing to call someone. She only spoke for a few seconds according to this. No idea. Sorry, partner. I got a question for you. I heard a phone ring just now, one of those newfangled ringtones. Sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? It's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. Are you this dense, Phoenix? I hope you're not lying. Shoot you for that in Texas. Inside the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Or was he lying? 5'10"? 5'18"? Not quite sure. I think 5'10". His theme is amazing, Whitney. It's like a note of some sort. 675 12-2. Oh, that's supposed to be an S? Okay. The paper above that. Good then. You right, Whitney? Is that all here? Lock of the trunk is busted. It's found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Screams I have money to burn. Laid in the outline of the victim's body. Must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. So I see a bunch of numbered cars. I can't tell if I can actually interact with different things there or not. That's the barrel, I think. Anything else right there? Oh, I can't spin that around. Got it. I think that's everything here. Just in case. Okay. Yeah, let's talk to Gumshoe then. You might know what that is. Go blabbing on about things I don't know about. Oh, I can't even go back to the detention center. Maybe Edgeworth will know what that is. Oh, now I can go. Nope, she's not here. He's gone too. Does computer say anything? Nope. Alright, so clearly something here that I haven't triggered yet. $5:18, right after Goodman was killed. She was canceling her date for the night. See, I did that. An hour and a half from 4 p.m. Odd way to phrase that. There must be something I'm not seeing here then. This number 3 right here. Nope, that's still the rope. I wish I could zoom in a little on this part. Is that still rope or... Damn it. Appreciate just thinks he's a cowboy. There must be something I'm missing here that I just can't see. I think it's... I would think it would be somewhere in that mess. I just haven't clicked on it, but... So I've talked to you about everything, didn't I? Oh, no? Damn it. Connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. It's correct, but it's a cold line of evidence against her. Prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. Afraid your sister's fate is decided. Many condolences. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... I apologize. Something must have gotten to me. It's that dry wind that's flowing through the prospector's office. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Well, that is until he met you. Those are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. Follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. Person who? It's your sister. Chief Prospector Lana Skye. Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. Edgeworth was making deals to win trials. If there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. They targeted him because he was closest to Edgeworth. Doing, Mr. Wright. Guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report note from the victim and a cell phone. Bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. Lana. Lana! You're right, Kibi. I know that song your phone plays when it rings. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? Popular TV show for kids. That just rang wasn't mine, it was yours. Just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? And tell me what you talked about. She hung up right away. Uh-huh. That's a Mega Man ringtone, not wrong. The cop prosecuting the district, got a bad feeling about this, like maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. You think? To be continued. I swear I've heard that before. Well, yeah, in this game. With the Steel Samurai. I am gonna go get some soda. BRB.
So, come here.
Alright, back. Still a lot of gray areas. No matter what the outcome, ready to accept my fate. Alright, Ms. General Lissimo. Offer you a word of advice. Defense attorney should never believe their client. It's called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. It reminds me a lot of Mia, but there's one decisive difference between you and her. You're not a defense attorney. It's almost time for the trial. Without a Fae helping me, no one's going to bail me out this time. Be alone in there, so I have to discover the truth all by myself. You the whole way. You're useless, though. Until you let out the secret you're holding. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Alright. Personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I'll choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. Judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office parking lot. She will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. Professional witness. This is a long case. Whew. Oh boy, then. Calls its first witness, Ms. Angel Star, to the stand. Have I seen you somewhere? Caviar lunch today, right? I've never eaten caviar before. That seems like bribery. A fiesta bowl. Witness state her name and profession. The fingerprint lunchbox. It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. Always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. Gross. Name, profession, now. Edgeworth has to deal with a lot of shit in this game. Find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say? Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Ms. Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. Oh boy. She was a first-rate homicide detective. Whew. I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Farewell, you may continue with the description, Miss Star. The best defense attorney in the world, right? He's at least the luckiest, if not the best. Parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? Crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. For her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. Who was this valiant witness? It was me, Your Honor. This is gonna be a rough one. See the very moment of crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? Can't agree on principle, Your Honor. Poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? I always knew a day like this would come. On my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finally home detective instincts working. and through a wire fence, I saw the investigator. The prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. She thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. Tis but a scratch. Just press everything. How did you know? Respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to a tragedy. A bows at the twisted methods. Lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Personally against prosecutors, felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. If I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. I mean, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Sure. Fucking hate prosecutors, but trust me on this one. I swear I'm being honest. He's the detective, not that boyfriend, the security guard. You have several. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. Had to think before replying. It's in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. Oh, okay. That's what that was, got it. The room with the security sign. Bring your lunchboxes by car. I'm a visitor now. I parked in B block. She was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Said something precious. I finally honed detective instincts working. Yo, what's up, Meg? How you doing? Said something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? How would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. Uh-huh. No idea what that means. Wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? He was like a young cheese. A pale white cheese not yet tangy with experience on the streets, a green orange. Or some hard, yellow, sharp as attack. But you stink too. A lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. It's not only the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. You're right, Raptor. I'm doing pretty good, Meg. What an odd case this is. Person who saw you are sure it was the defendant. Saw her from no further than 30 feet away. Certain it was her. I can always complain. Testimony clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Here we go, you are a biased witness. Keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Rookie? So you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me? Fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chew on the inside? Mmm, fritters. Anyway, that was inspiring. Cry plagiarism. The lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Ooh. That does look bad. My reflex took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, my lunchbox is rigged with a camera. Decided that just hanging it around your neck. It's my first time seeing this photograph. Think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. Alright. Photography Division of Criminal Affairs. Most certainly the defendant. Ooh. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Knife in her right hand. But her hand is wounded. It's about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. By nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. Let's go with you. Ah, that sucks big. That would be pretty great, Raptor. Easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. Can't testify to her ability to kill an egg, I mean a person. Defendant was holding a knife, what then? Thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. The court, while you didn't try to stop this crime, you did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Like, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. But you took a picture! The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. See, that's the only thing I've caught right now, is that she was like 10 centimeters, and this is a 12 centimeter knife wound. Whatever that note is. Call it 518. And the fact that she said that she didn't have time to do that, but she took the picture, but I don't know if I can press on that. I'll try that, why not? I will also, however, make a save state in case I fuck up too much. That way we have a checkpoint, we don't have to go through everything again. Oh, music didn't change. That was not good then. Damn it. It was 10 centimeters long. Alright, damn it, there is the wire fence in the photo. I feel like it's... Goodman's ID. $221. That doesn't work. Guard room is in the lot in A block. Up on the second level so you can see everything from there. Visitor in B block. Which checks out because the photo she took is across the chain link fence from where the car would be. But why didn't anyone in the security room do anything? Yeah. So the second one I was right, where she was like, oh, I didn't have time to stop it, but I took a photo. Stabbed the victim with the knife. So I've already said yes. Swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Oh. Isn't that odd? Look at this photo. It's the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Oh, damn it, I didn't even notice that. Whoops. Stabbed with your thoughts? Objection. A little more careful with our evidence, shall we? Screw that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. Photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. How can you tell that? Blood splatter? Is that dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat? This could be blood. See no problem here. Objection! She took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. Professional. Try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. It is you who needs to. This guy was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Meditated? How do you know? The chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Those gloves. Made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? It was not premeditated. She would not be wearing those gloves. It's not looking great right now. I'm interested how this turns out. Especially since, you know, there's no fingerprints on the murdered weapon. Press? She was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves. They're admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. At the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. If the thing was planned, it was a premeditated crime. Got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. That doesn't prove, that proves that it's not premeditated. The fact that she freaked out and called her sister right afterwards? Shit. Blue Badger's tempting. Well, he's evidence, so he's useful at some point, Raptor. Football! Wait, how could it be planned if she used Edgeworth's knife? That's an easy one. Do you know what this is? Trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. Knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being a whole thing where someone's actually trying to get Edgeworth in trouble. And they take us into account, so they try to have Head Lady, the original one, and then we prove she's innocent, so then whoever's behind this is like, then obviously it was Edgeworth who did it. The witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. The tide is turning in our favor. Go on the future movie list. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Shut up, Edgeworth! Deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. Shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. It's the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else. I suppose you think you're clever now. You know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I'd like to hear your testimony again, witness. Please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? Powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Oh, maybe we can get lucky and just prove that she's crazy, and we don't have to prove that she didn't kill him today. I can find out more. Pinned to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Alright. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? If I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Alright. There was a single stab wound, lady. I don't have to prove that she didn't kill him, I just have to prove their witness is crazy, and then I'll probably get an extra day. But you haven't told us how, you know. Ooh. I bumped a button on my mouse, and I guess I saved. I have to tell you, rookie. She just said it was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Shut up, Judge. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. He's the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Shut up, Edgeworth! Probably good save often, fair enough. You have no proof that Ms. Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. There's no record of a call made on the defendant Ms. Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. You could have tried public phone first, at least. The victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Yo, what's up, Ross? Had a grudge against the victim? They didn't know each other. What kind of grudge? I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? What am I supposed to know? We agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, don't you agree? Hence, Detective Goodman, will you tell us your basis for thinking that? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine that plunges the knife in again and again. Human machine, that's a contradiction. It's a turn of phrase. Did you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Yes. His eyes smell like citrus fruit. Say again. How many times did she stab him exactly? Say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? She stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Objection, you know? Shut up, you. She's turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Having her abilities as a detective really set her off. Short wick burns out the fastest. And on the sides of the candle. Add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Oh, whoops. One too many. Damn it. Shut up, you two. I know the other girl left. She is the sister of the girl we are defending. And she is substitute Maya. And she's not as good. It says here he was stabbed once.
Objection!
So she stabbed him again and again. You couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. This lady's crazy! Afraid the moss is growing under her feet as we wait, Ms. Starr. I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. It's my hero, really. I pointed it out first! Got the crime scene set, right? I believe that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. Saying you mistook something for blood. When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. That's what you saw that you thought was blood. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Like a scarf, the chief prosecutor always wears one around their neck. She can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? You often mistake my beard for a bib. This place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. The autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Is entirely sure of her own testimony. Is she wearing it in that? She's not wearing it in that.
Objection!
Gotcha here! This is clearly not suited for detective work. Suspect was not wearing a scarf or— Shut up, Edgeworth! Let me do the thing! You're stealing my thunder! You've proved it yourself with this photograph. Sure, you'll make a good lunch, lady, have no fear. Ouch. That was my chopped liver. I was there. A scarf? No, not that, but something red. Really? Now, where were we? Witness has given us an entertaining interlude. Now back to business. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Something's accurately, at least. Uh-huh. Part where your sister stabs the victim. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. They caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Made to escape, but against nature star resistance is futile. Uh-huh. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? It's not a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Gets bitten by a snake. Efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Predator, this one, leopard woman, row. So where's this partition on the floor plans? She means this wall next to the car. 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself, quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. I know, right, Raptor? Why is she still allowed to be here? Are you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Behind a fence. No presser. It's on the floor plans, just to be safe. Lunchland car was... So visitor invest she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? I get about 30 feet away from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. There was a chain link fence in front of you? Went over it, of course. Much lady athlete indeed. Taking her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. The fence was about 9 feet high, too. This guy didn't get away. She mentioned the muffler. Why? What exactly did she say? Would have told you in my testimony. Say was the word muffler. Like a car muffler? Talking to you, but to someone else? The prosecutor was talking on her phone. You mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see? Now the court doesn't see. First attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. What was it? An emergency phone on the wall. It was out of order. So she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing whatever happened to good testifying. Just add this to your testimony. I do enjoy that a bit, Raptor. You think you could restate your testimony to the court? I was going to ask the same thing. One time said listen close. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket, During that time, you climbed a chain link fence. When I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. You saw her doing this? Yeah, that's pretty cool, Meg. Pushed aside my hand and ran. It's a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a Is that supposed to be plate or just pate of foie gras? Over an oil drum. Outside at the scene of a crime. But strange. She wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? Car entrance. That's right. Doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Tried to run. Should I just show the floor plan to be like, why would she run to the car? I'll try it, why not? We even brought it up and was like, hey, isn't it weird that she would run that way? That's bullshit. I don't want to go through all this again. Alright, I was just hoping. We have the ID card, which I don't think would help at all. Although... why was it over there? Did one of the two have it? Maybe just this because it was 18 at that point, so it had been like several minutes, just maybe. Nope. Suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to the side. Quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. She gave up trying to use the phone on the wall and just used her cell phone. Then we go like this, and it's like... Talk to my sister that fast. Someone else, chief prosecutor, was talking on her phone. picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. Chain link fence. Maybe because the phone was by the car. Objection! Ha! You have a personal grudge against Ms. Lana Sky. Witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. After all of that. The chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. It's a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Man, I'll make you cough it all up. Look at the floor plans. Then you witnessed the crime from this point. If that's true, you could possibly have seen Ms. Sky making that phone call. Oh, also that. I believe you see what I'm getting at. Emergency phone was on the back side of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Simple, Your Honor, she's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. What a claim, Mr. Wright? Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Lied about. She made the call at 5:18. But she made the last call at 5:18. Where she saw it isn't wrong because she took the photo there. This guy used that emergency phone before the mirror. Ooh, okay. Shit. Used the emergency phone before the murder. Think he can't sink any lower, he amazes us. Shut up, Edgeworth! Oh, you fuck. What she saw? See this guy using that emergency phone. That's already what I said! Why do I have to... Or not? I like that. I don't know! Tried to use that phone but failed. I don't know! Really did seriously try to use the emergency phone. Patooey on rise. Fuck you. Alright, so I guess her angle was different, so she was further away. Even Speedwagon was intrigued. Pointless for her to lie about it. Witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. In other words, Star witnessed the crime from a different location. That's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Shut up, Edgeworth! At least let me tell it. To our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright, just where was the witness when she saw the crime? Where she could see everything. Security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. built on the second level so you can see the entire lot. So then that's not her photo. The place where she could have seen the phone. On this case, Your Honor, as not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. A place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. In your testimony, you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. That was the only reason I chose the security guard spot instead of, like, a different angle behind the fence. Was like, yeah, she's got the boyfriend in there. The better men to think that the tables could have been turned. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. Do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Uh-huh. No, she's talking about prosecutors. Doesn't make sense. Because she hates prosecutors. Photograph tells all. It's the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands, but she didn't take that photo. Disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. This is found to be lying. They're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. What her reason was, Mr. Wright. Who else? Right, from the security guard station. Myron said she saw it from B block. No vital difference with what? Oh, change. The angle of view would change the photo. That took a minute. I'm like, it has to do with the photo. Which one? I guess. And then it's like, oh yeah, that means she's in a different spot. Which means the photo would be different. Guard station is on the second floor. She would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. This is important. Why? The photo that she was like, I took this, and it was behind the chain link fence, which she wasn't behind. Present photo. This is why it's important. She didn't take this. Can I just do that? Also, take that stupid donut off your hat. Come on, we're in court. You shouldn't be wearing a hat at all. But she didn't take that fucking photo because that's behind the chain link fence. Who took the photo? How can I ask this? How? the angle would change for the photo that Edgeworth just used as evidence. I guess this, she would be a lot closer.
Objection!
Look at the floor plan, it's quite clear. I think the scene of the crime of the guard station is 30 feet. See how that would change what she could see. Saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Yes. PB&J with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Offense. I know, right? Like, who took the... But who was photo? But who was photo? Gotta change the title of the stream, hold on. There. It's the crime of the glass-walled station. So there wouldn't be a wire fence if you took the photo. The door was locked, I couldn't open it. So you wouldn't have been able to see anything because we're stuck behind that. E-block. It's quite a detour. Took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. Thanks considerably. I have photographic... My finest plastic spork. And the spork is a wonderful invention. I should have saved. Shit. Witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. Could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. Five-minute blank, isn't that strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. Settle down, Judge. You have the instincts of a killer, you would run. But this time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime, she even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way, it's inconceivable. So I guess she took the photo 5 minutes after she stabbed someone else, so the photo, I guess, is actually fine. She has a grudge against the defendant. There's a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Fortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. It was too close. Cough-up Queen has been dethroned. With that, court is adjourned. Uh-oh. She tried to foist off on me. For not to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? Might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. Go on. I have no further questions to ask of you, Ms. Starr. This is your general lunchbox. Stop bribing the judge! How is this allowed? No idea, Ross. She's crazy. Those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene? Yeah, you should have. the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? Types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood. Flawless decisive evidence. How does the fact that she has 2 bloods on her shoe prove it? Fuck off, you.
Objection!
What's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? And he said, I don't trust you with evidence. I took the liberty of investigating this myself. You had blood tests performed? 3 boyfriends in forensics. Case, Your Honor. I can't accept this as evidence. What? You should know the 2 rules of evidence law, Ms. Stars. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. So, Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. And the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. He's a little mad about that. So Edgeworth is looking pretty solid. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. So you have yet another count against you, witness. I feel like there's some conflict of interest that her boyfriend was the one testing this. God, I've only got the 1 life. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? Say, I just want people to look at the results. I'm just gonna have to say this. Saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blink means nothing. Why didn't you just tell the truth? Known that the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors falsified evidence, arrange testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitting she did it. This testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Ms. Starr. Let's just get this over with. You found this shoe at the scene of the crime? Named the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. Want to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So you took her shoe? So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. Someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. It's more than lunchboxes. For you and your lunchbox bag, really. Like, valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. What's the victims? Brought it to the forensics department? Well, to submit something as evidence in court, you needed to prove. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. A little coup because she used to be a detective. And was stabbed here. That blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. All it was shown right there. She was fired from being a detective by, what's-her-face Sky, the chief prosecutor, and Edgeworth, so she hates them both and all prosecutors. Like, she obviously has a I hate you, all of you motive. I don't know why she's allowed. Even in this game, which allows bullshit in court, this is the most bullshit that has ever been allowed. Blood test rookie. Speak up. Blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, A, B. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether murder was performed in cold blood. What the hell are you talking about, Phoenix? Just a figure of speech. Well, the various blood tests, there are millions of types. It's practically impossible to narrow a blood sample down to one person, or so I hear. If I had a little more time, would have gotten DNA test results, but they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Ms. Lana Skies. I want the Peric bat, yeah. Peppered fish guts, gross. I'll move the shoe. Gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. You could take the heat, could you? Contradictory about the victim's shoe. Show us the problem with this evidence. Does it have a name on the inside that's not hers? That'd be pretty great. The only thing on it is the blood. Do I go with the top or the bottom blood? The amount of cheating in this case is amazing, but whatever, I'm rusty on this.
Take that!
I think I pointed at your own head, Mr. Wright. Ooh, ouch. Alright, bottom blood it is then. Probably not. Oh wait, music cut out. Wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Me, Rocky, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. So is that the victim's blood on the bottom of the shoe, which means she just stepped in its blood? Victim was stabbed with a knife. Possibly contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe. That's a threat in court. Why is she still in here? Why, there seems to be no blood on the ground here. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Wait, that's the victim's shoe? Oh. I got mixed up on whose shoe that is. No traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. Contradicts your claim about the shoe. Description only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. If there were bloody footprints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. What witness? Footprint is the contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Damn it! I wouldn't have to think of that. I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. Fuck you, Edgeworth, whatever you're about to do. Now I get it. Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. Edgeworth gonna put it on her? One final hint of the truth in her testimony. Pin it on her. Told us about apprehending the suspect. Tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Beautiful but deadly, a predator, this one. Crap, is he gonna say it washed away the blood? Fuck you, Edgeworth. Fuck you. Big for the normally cool-headed chief to do. You fuck. You're gonna claim it was all part of the plan to kick over the oil drum? Was it empty? Fuck you, Edgeworth. Fuck your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth, though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Fuck you. Over by the chief prosecutor. It was brimming with water. The reason? The suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason alone. Erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. When she was admitting to the crime, and was also already arrested by someone who saw her stab someone else? What can I do? Sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor, is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. The defendant, Ms. Lana Sky. Hold it. What did you just say? She pissed her off by saying she was on the prosecutor's side. That I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Yeah, you are. Saying my sister had evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. You'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. This rock's called evidence. Go on! You have something else? Edgeworth trying to shut it down real quick. You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. Just don't scare the cop up, Queen. Look at this! I just had this other photo of the corpse, just, you know, because. All to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. Followed in that photo. It's clearly wet. After the murder of the crime scene was washed with water. Couldn't help after all. But it would have washed the shoe too! Let me bring that up. Why not? Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Yourself up off the asphalt, take another good look, don't give up until the bitter end. Or it was the wrong shoe. That would also be something they would do. I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? What is it? Can it wait? No. Last one submitted. Trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yes! I'll think later. Very well, Mr. Wright. Going through all of that again. There's no blood on the shoe at all! Piece of advice, when you point at something, at least remember to keep your eyes open. I was falling for your bluffs, Mr. Wright. But there's no blood on the shoe! do want to point out the thing in the muffler. I wonder if that's what they're trying to get me to do, maybe? I don't know. Nope. Oh, yep! They want the muffler thing. But there's no float on the Something poking out of the car's muffler. Your Honor? Just said muffler. See no trace of a muffler, scarf, in any kind in this photograph. Your Honor, it's the tube thing at the back of the car. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. It's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler. So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Ms. Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. Yeah, that one's easy at least. But seriously, there's no blood on the shoe. Why can I not point that out? She mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Ah, yarg. The muffler you heard mentioned is actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Maybe it was the other shoe, that's all I got. Seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings. I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. Verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. I suppose. We made it. At least for now. Court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. Judge is apparently a hungry boy. Yes, I'm going to save. Trials always like this with you. You're swimming up from the bottom of the lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Yep! Hey, we're swimming in quicksand. What happened to your sister anyway? I mean, she got called off to the judge's chambers. What do you do with that piece of cloth? Turn this trial around, right? We weapon a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. Hola, partner. Partner. Show old Red Cloth to a bowl, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin' at least. And I'd come to take a see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. Got the place locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. The police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. But you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people. You're worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Don't that just beat all? Seen the red breeze blow out her slender neck many a time. Saw it that day, too. She's wearing a red muffler. The award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth seen it too, I'd reckon. Star wasn't mistaken. It's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. What are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? With steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh. I haven't had ribs in a while. I need a bathroom break. BRB. Too bad, Judge. I still need a break. Nice, Ross. Just looking over at the prosecution. Whoo! Edgy, you don't look good. Face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. Your brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. Can't eat this, can't happen. Is it gonna be something that's like, hey, Edgeworth is a total dickbag and has been forging evidence this entire time? Requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Seems our prosecutor's quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock? Who's there? Hello, it's me, Lieutenant Gore. The hell is you? Would someone like to say his name? Or an introduction? Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed, it's just me. Is that the judge's brother? Is that the judge's brother? Please tell me that's like the judge's carefree brother. That's a stand user if I've ever seen one. He does look kind of like old man Joseph a little. Swim much these days? No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. It's Organ Man. So you're righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? We should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Oh, is that what Edgy's upset about? No, the district chief of police? Yo, I am so happy that this is the chief of police. I'm real happy about this. He's a lot better than Last Witness, yeah. He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. I'm totally fine with this. This is the most trustworthy man ever. Damon Gant. To what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? It's worth a year. Look at the poor fellow. Yo, what's up, Vermilion? thought I'd help out by bringing this. That's my sister's muffler. Wasn't just seeing things. Crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. A Littleworthy's car, no less. With... it'll be quite embarrassing, even for us. Is he messing with his hair? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Oh, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. The day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. You are the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Ouch. Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Love his hair and animation, it's real good. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, you get to take a look at the blade of this knife. Well, I don't see why not. Should you open up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore. But if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at any people anymore. Where's the switch? Is that just the thing on the side? What's that? Like, just the buyer's tag? SL92. Something so. Is that evidence then? 6 of DL6 incident fame, but strange. Not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. The one who's scared? That knife blade, the tip is broken off. This dark red stain, blood? PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale? Nope! Does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That's a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Gee, we haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second, you said 5:15? It's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. In the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I understand the police department's situation, well, Mr. Wright. Really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I'm glad I have all my retries back. Special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. In Goodman's chest was this knife. Oh, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? Like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Just found out the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? There's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Knife that would give us a clue. Yeah, but things down at the department. I'm just gonna press all and do it. So number 2 is the one I have to give the thing. Something didn't happen in the police department too, did it? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. Did something happen? Why haven't I heard? Why haven't you heard? Or why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with Lana's case and all. Let's go let the police department see what a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji? I'm at a loss for words. The perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, right? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Ooh, good one, this kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. We know when he died. They said it. Yo, what's up, Macho? How the victim was killed. Was killed? Now that's the interesting part. It's what we in the Force call a stabbing with a knife. Exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. You know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There are more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? How long has the stream been going? About 3 hours. When Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Funny, isn't it? Murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? It's just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Can't please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. I can't get a notification. Aw, that sucks. Oops. I'm the chief of police. In proof there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. On. In case I fail again.
Objection!
Looks like Reinhardt. I could see it. A tan Reinhardt. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. Honest-to-goodness? What do you mean from the judge? This is great. Tag on this knife. It reads SL92. This is important. Why? For here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. 6 minus 7S 12-2. It's upside down. Printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. Turn around, what do you get? Whee! SL9! When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down. Same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Well, Chief? Oh, well. Guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. Okay, what's this guy playing? Knife was as evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. This evidence, you say, was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice! Good show, little Worde. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It's evidence from a case long since solved. This found in the exhaust pipe of Edgewood's car. There's a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Oh, that's... How can you say there's no connection? Oh, I guess I'll just show the thing. Stolen from the department's evidence room. Oh, look, knife?
Objection!
Here's this stolen bit of evidence from the other thing. I missed that transition. He just showed up. I assumed to talk about the knife there. Should I show the connection? Since he wrote the thing? I'm gonna try that. First...
Objection! Hold it!
Alright, so it tells me to check out the knife, which is what I got for this. Knife was stolen. Stolen evidence. It's a murder weapon. Evidence from a case long since solved. But who? Victim was also stabbed. It's the other things. In the evidence room at the police department. Aha! And our ticket to go to town on this case. So I guess I had to do that before I could do this. This is still wrong? But I guess it's not linked. It's not like you have something from the evidence room. Am I just supposed to press here? Fuck you, game. What's your connection? It's the fence all over again? Yeah. Connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. I found the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had written down the numbers on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? This sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. division was the victim stationed in? Criminal Affairs Division 1, the detectives responsible for homicide cases. Killed in the underground parking lot was homicide 2. Oh god, are they gonna try and go for Gumshoe next? We have to save Gumshoe. I think people will be able to tell who it is from that. You won't tell me their name after all. Tight lid on the ID number, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. It's quite long. We have to remember these. Drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Does this tell you anything? 5842189. I think that was mostly the same. 5842189. 5842189. It was Goodman dead at the... I'm sorry, what? I think. What is it, Mr. Wright? Grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. It's just, I got confused. Snooze. Not with both guns blazing, like you always do. Okay. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with 82... I've forgotten. What the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait, what does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Show up as attack, Righto. Show up as attack. Detective Goodman is our victim. He's killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. I feel like Edgeworth's just objecting on principle. No, we are not having this bullshit again in my courtroom again. This thing is the same person who was killed at the same time in a completely different location. It's what the chief of police is saying. What does this mean? I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's a top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. In a second, Worthy, no need to get all flustered. The police department has made a grave error in this case. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Ooh. Got him there. Officer Meekins. Have we heard that name before? It was Mr. Totally an American Police Officer, Officer Meekins. I'd completely forgotten him. Yeah! That's the correct response, Edgeworth. You goofed. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. That if Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department's evidence room, Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. That's the wrong right. By the way, game. Why didn't your officer tell me? Not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. This is a serious error, gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Huh? Oh, well, it's, new evidence may only be submitted if it concerns the case on trial. How's this relevant? Only submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. What does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy. Was just doing my job. No. No! I do really like the chief of police. He's real laid back and calm, but he's way smarter than he looks and acts. Give me 1 second. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm gonna turn on the deep fryer so I can make some corn dogs soon. Alright, so in like 5-10 minutes that should be warm enough for me to cook corn dogs. You are becoming a thorn in my side, Worthy. There have been rumors. After all, you were in the defendant's chair just last year. Apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Just give me 1 day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. Really. Sorry, I'm so sorry. If there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court, we will grant 1 further day as the prosecution has requested. This be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. For this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Court is adjourned. This is not a bad place to call it, I think. That was 3.5 hours, so I don't know if I could take another 3.5 hours of all this. So, bye YouTube. I'm gonna call it for Ace Attorney for now.